Hey, Kinders. We're going to work on Mission 3, Lesson 15 today. Our objective is I can compare using the same as, so that statement, the same as, with units. So we're looking for units that are the same as. All right, so I wonder how many of these little scoops, and this is a tablespoon of rice, it will take to fill. I didn't have a teacup, so I went with a good old styrofoam cup. So we want to see how many teaspoons it'll take to fill up my cup. Go ahead and discuss this with someone at your home and take a guess to how many of those scoops you think it will take to fill that cup. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put in the first scoop so you can see about what that's going to look like in regards to the cup. We want to make sure that we level this off because we don't want to have heaping scoops. We want to make sure it's a nice level scoop. I'm going to pour it in the cup. So see if that changes your answer a little bit. How many of these scoops do you think it'll take to fill the cup? We've already used one. Okay. 2, 3. See how I'm leveling it off? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're getting close. 13. Do y'all think we can have another one? I think we can. Those of you who have said 13, you were just off by a little bit. I think we're going to get to easily to 14, and we don't want to go over. So the capacity of this cup is 14 scoops. Now, a couple of things I want you to think about as you watch me measure is one, when I took scoops, I leveled them off so that we didn't have too much rice. It wasn't heaping out of that scoop, so it's a good measurement. Another thing I did is I didn't fill my cup where it overflowed. I filled it all the way to the top. So let's go ahead and fill out our statement. Hey there, I'm back up here. All right. It took 14 scoops to fill the teacup. 14 scoops is the same as 1 teacup of rice. Now, how many scoops do you think it will take to fill? I'm going to push the screen back down where we had it. This container. If it took 14 to fill our teacup, how many scoops do you think it will take to fill our next container? So let's count. Remember, we want to have proper measuring. Keep getting a little piece of paper in there. All right, so we have 1. Count with me. 2. Ooh, looking at this, we're at 2. Do you think it's going to be the same or less than or more than this cup? Remember, this was 14. Look at that. We're at 2. I wonder how many it'll take to fill this. Think about it. Do you think this container has a greater or less than capacity than the previous one? We were at 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 10. Man, we're getting close. 11. So the capacity of this container, how much it would hold, was 11 scoops. So which had the greater capacity, the cup or the bowl? You're right, the cup had the greater capacity because it was 14 scoops and our bowl was only 12. So let's fill in our statement. This container holds the same amount of scoops. This container holds the same amount as 12 scoops. The capacity of this container is the same as 12 scoops. All right, now it's your turn to have some fun. I want you to find several different containers at your home, some rice, or you could even use like some coffee grounds, sugar. Maybe your parents probably don't want you to use sugar, but I would suggest rice or coffee grounds. Probably rice would be the safest as far as mess making, and some sort of scoop. And I want you to work with someone at your home to find out how many scoops each container you found holds. Make sure to count the scoops as you dump them in the container, but also make sure you use that proper technique of leveling off your scoop before you dump it into your container to make sure your measurements are what they should be. So your teacher might have uploaded a recording sheet, but if they didn't, you can use a piece of paper. And let me see if it'll let me go back. If your teacher didn't upload the recording sheet, you can draw something out. Maybe you're using a coffee cup, so you could draw a picture of a coffee cup and say, blank is the same as, a coffee cup is the same as, and tell us how many scoops it was worth. I hope you enjoyed this activity. Be creative. Find different containers at your house. Find a scoop and be consistent with your scoop and be consistent with what you're scooping in. I hope you have a wonderful day.